thing that has never left me is these drives. I'm gonna fill some fuel now and head to the ceiling. Probably grab some coffee and get this guy filling some diesel into the car. We're filling some fuel now. I often like to go out for a drive because it's just 5 a.m. But still, the morning is quite empty. There's no one annoying you. No traffic on the roads of Mumbai, and it's just a nice silent piece to drive the car really fast in the ceiling. I mean, of course, within the speed limit. And yep, let's grab some coffee at a really expensive place. Also, keep looking at the fuel, which is at a certain amount. People always like complaining about fuel prices, but I think we should just pay whatever it is because I don't think complaining gets you anywhere. So let's just get to the drive and see where the day goes. So about fuel costs, people keep complaining all the time. The government ain't doing shit for them. But the thing is, what are you doing, dude? Like, what is complaining going to get you? I mean, just accept the truth and build something of your own. Enough to not make you complain about these trivial matters. And probably even pay people for the help they give you. Thank you. So this is the Western Express Highway, for those of you who don't know. Leads towards the ceiling, which connects this side of Bombay towards South Bombay. And just look at this road, dude. It's abundant, pretty good. And then the ceiling is, of course, way better than this. This just was one of the things that made me eventually drop out of college, quit the freaking education system, quit going to a job. Because when you have such roads, when you have such an open world, why do you want to trap yourself inside a cubicle? And especially for me, right? Because I'm born in abundance. Like, I don't need to, succumb to another model of reality. So these roads have always taken me far. And not only this, also like driving down to Goa, driving down to these small staycations I do with my family to like, they stop different places with good hotels. It just changes the way you think. And probably that's one of the reasons why the rich keep getting rich and the poor stay broke is because they don't have that nuance, they don't have that bird's eye perspective. So just go out for more drives, probably book a Zoom car and travel around your city. And that should show you a lot more around the world. Maybe just take a trip in a train to different places and see the abundance in life. That's what will make you question more things and eventually do better shit in life. So sun's coming out. You can see the ceiling down there. Pretty beautiful time to be awake at. But the fact about the times is that no one is awake. And if you can't get up in the morning during this pre-dawn and experience this entire pre-dawn, sort of phase wherein there's no sun and then the sun comes out and the sunlight happens. Like there's so many things happening within your body with your pineal gland secreting its certain amount of hormones, which gives you a peak state experience, and you're missing out on that. And it's not your fault. It's the fault of your freaking lifestyle that the entire generation is pushed you towards. Get a job, go to school, get a degree. You're just trying to figure out a fucking escape from that, and where do you find it? In your sleep. Hence, quit that shit and come out for drives. Like, take a freaking car, book it, and like just take a holiday and go for a drive. It will change the way you look at things. If you're in Mumbai and you don't know where to start with the ceiling. It allows your mind to marinate its thoughts, articulate, organize its thoughts, and not overthink. Because when you're driving, there's not much you can do. Of course, I'm creating a video now, but I sometimes tend to go fast, and I really can't think of much when I do that. And just get to enjoy nature, the bit of beauty that this side of the town has, or maybe wherever you are from. You see a part of the town that's a bit new, a probably abundant side of your city, and that will give you a new nuanced perspective of the way things are. So there you go. We're almost at the end of the ceiling, and this is new infrastructure, right? This goes straight down, and it's like top side of Mumbai, and then down here you go to the ceiling, and just crazy loads of abundance, right? Like this has this down tunnel sort of thing in front, but I'm gonna go to the left, and yep, like just explore shit. So here we are at the ceiling. I mean, the worldly side. On the other side of the ceiling, you see people running around. You see good cars. I mean, right now I don't see any cars, but the point I was noting is when I came here the last time was self-driving cars, right? You notice that Tesla and all the bigger companies are creating their own cars that can drive by themselves. And my prediction is that in the next 10 years or faster, probably, human driving is going to get like it's not going to be allowed. It's going to get illegal to drive your own car. So enjoy it might as fast as you can. But at the same time, what this teaches us is a deeper lesson, right? Implementations are dying. Like you won't have a driver, you won't have a sort of, I don't know, you yourself won't be able to drive. And why? It's because of technology, right? Self-driving cars, AI. It's taken away the driver's job already, and soon it's going to take away your job. And what we get to learn from this is that what becomes important then. It's not a job per se, like how a person like me works, or a job is just 200 or 300 years old if you look at it. But people like me or my father or solo operators, people who run businesses, they never actually depended on a job. There was always a format of communication, a format of value proposition, and I think that's wherein things come in, right? It's curation, it's creating storylines, narratives, um, pro, like wrappers, right? Wrapping an entire sort of packaging is what sells in the market, is what provides value to someone, and of course the product needs to be of value to someone. So on that note, I think you should go to my I'll go to my Instagram. I'll It's at the rate Aiden underscore Gomes. DM me the word document, and I'll message you an entire document of how I run my business, how I made more than 30 lakhs operating as a solo operator, not the job path, not the traditional model, but the modern or the timeless model that has worked across generations for humanity, that isn't dependent on just this small 200-300 year range of how jobs have been working, and will keep you timelessly valuable in an economy. Because if you look at it, money will never leave its value. Money will never lose its abundance. Like even though maybe the rupee dies, dollar dies, but there will be a new value of communication, because that's how humanity works. It works on status, and humans are dumb enough to create status in any situation. So they're going to create a form of economy in that. And if you know how to curate, if you know how to package, you will stand out of that economy. And whatever the mode of currency in that point of time, you will still be at the top. Different type of candles over here. That's all about the kind of desires people have. But I think that's a misunderstanding of religion. I got some candles, normal ones, but we'll talk more on this. Let's go and drop these candles, make some prayers, and get to it. So you see these words here: meditation, peace, rosary, reparation, sacrifice. I mean, it all shows, the core of spirituality, the core of reality. It wasn't to divide people. The masses of majority have only learned to divide people basis of their religion. But the truth is, everyone can learn from everything. Like, even if I show you my wallpaper, I have a photo of Krishna on it. I'll show you my, my mandir at home, my mini mandir. It has so many gods on it. Because you can always learn from someone, from everything. And like it says here, meditation, peace. But then you have so many institutions be like of the church or presenting the church. Be like meditation is a sin, evil. So it's just about it that you can learn so much, get so much value, and even if it's like a mental thing, take the value from it, right? Like why do we have to cry? So right now I'm gonna drop this in and put in some prayers and just hope that the universe does its magic. Jesus does his magic, Mother Mary does her magic, and also pray to Krishna when I get my chance and do my meditation, do the preparation, the rosary, sacrifice, do all of these things in our own way. It doesn't mean like taking beads and doing rosary, but probably just meditating, being silent at times, because it's all within us, right? God made us in a certain way, probably knowing that we are His children, His kind. So I don't think you need to do all tradition or just for the sake of tradition, but do it for yourself. So you see this word here, offerings. We'll figure this concept out on the way to the car back. So I just prayed, and for me, prayer is not about just asking. It's more about being grateful, being having gratitude. I think even the shop over there, like you see candles of wax, having the 500 rupee note on it, having airplanes on it, having like a resume on it. Like there is so much of freaking desire that humanity has created, and that's good. Like you use desire, but I think the mass of the world, all they come here and do is just give a wish list. They think Christmas is going on here, but I mean, you don't just look at Christmas, right? I think there's a whole lot of value in just being present, not even having any thoughts, having some gratitude, and a lot of gratitude. In fact, 'cause, I mean, even science shows that gratitude has a certain impact on your brain, mental waves, and all that jazz. But um, yeah, like I mean, at the end of the day, if all you do when you come to the prayer room is just ask for things, I think you're not letting something happen. Maybe even God gave you your desires, but if you look back, your desires aren't yours. They're societies, they're masses. Like I want marks, I want to become a pilot, I want to become a dentist. Like stuff like this is what I used to do, but I never actually wanted those things. Right? You've even heard Nawal say things like, you know, there are two ways to figure out intelligence in life. One is that you get what you want out of life, and two is knowing what you don't want. So if you don't actually want the thing, why is it that you are asking for that thing or working towards that thing? Like you probably don't want a job, you probably don't want to get married, you probably don't want that freaking 500 rupee note, you probably want something completely else, you probably want freedom. So aim for that, learn about that, like go through my stuff, like see how freedom happens, see how success happens in your own context, and it'll be life changing for you. So done with the church, with the mount. I didn't go inside the church, just the mass is going on, so you get the gist of that. Uh, just dropped my offerings, as I said, right? It's not about. I barely ask for anything in my prayer. My prayer is more about meditation. My prayer is more about gratitude, because I think you honestly get things out of life if you just be on that path. If you just be on that mindset that God, just give me what's mine, and the rest you leave it to Him. Uh, so now we were supposed to go to the coffee shop, but go to a good ass like a hotel or something and get some nice tea or something. But then just on the way from the ceiling comes a left where you go to Bandstand, and yeah, I thought it'll come to the mount, and that's how you figure out different locations while you are on a drive. That's why I keep saying go for a fucking drive, go for a freaking walk, because you can find out these new locations and just look at the freaking the sea in front of us. It's so beautiful. And coming to this part of town where you have the two biggest giants of Bollywood, right? You have Salman Khan's house and Shah Rukh Khan's house on the right from here. And it's freaking abundant, right? Hundreds of crores worth of houses, and probably want to just be around this area, this abundance. Like you see here in the front around here, this is called, I think, Mannat. This is Shah Rukh Khan's house. Somewhere down here in the front, completely barricaded, gated, and it's a freaking expensive house. So probably can get that vision for yourself that hey, maybe one day I own something like that. It puts the thoughts together, right? So definitely want to be around this area every now and then and just get the juices flowing in your head. So here we are at this side of town, Bandstand. I thought I'll just come out of the car and Hamza has some ideas. First one is
How do you make money if AI is doing most of the work?
Great question, and I understand the doubts, right? If AI is doing everything, why the fuck should we even think about doing anything? But that's the main point, that the reason why this 200 and 300-year-old job is ending, spree is ending, is because now we do the real shit, right? That's packaging, curating, creating an entire offer, creating that vision, the marketing, the sales. That's where majority of the work actually is. Implementation is dying. Like AI can do that shit. In order to stand out, you need to market yourself, you need to put yourself in the front, and that's what makes the difference. That's why you should do it. And you can probably also find something you're interested in, like probably art, the sciences, the math, and just figure out a structure you can build around this and sell it to the market.
Another question. What does a typical day look like when you only work for a few hours?
Again, when I say I work a few hours, firstly, I mean I work on an average of 4 hours a day, sometimes one. But there are also days where I work 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day, 15 hours a day. But still, majority is still free, and I get it. The things you do in these days, just relax, meditate, go out for a drive, keep your mind free, study, right? Actually study, go on the internet, watch some videos. That's how you grow. And I think there's always a balance of work and rest, right? It's about how you can balance these two and figure out a process of letting your thoughts marinate, also getting new data in, marinating the new data, and building something fresh that you can take to market. Implementations happen in 4 hours a day. Rest of the day you're growing, evolving, learning new stuff.
Another question. What's your actually monthly cost to run this entire business?
So off lately, my cost has really dipped down since Claude has been doing all the heavy lifting. So 11,000 rupees, $100 a month. That's it. Because I don't need to pay for instantly. I don't need to pay for an editor. I don't need to pay for, I don't know, scripting. Like, I mean, I'm doing scripts on the go, but still sometimes I like to have my articulation in place. So Claude Max does everything, and even if it can't do something, you can still make skills, right? Like I have my Asian browser skill, my Chrome CDP skill. Like I can give those to you. Probably go into the DMs and Insta and ask me for them. But 10,000, 11,000 rupees, $100. That's all it takes.
The most asked question. How do you deal with zero income months without panicking?
So this is a very important part of business. Is you're not going to have stable months. You're going to make 5 lakhs in a month, and you're not going to make 30,000 in a month, or you're going to make zero in a month. But the costs are still on. But the best part about the model now is you just have one subscription. Your only cost is 11,000 rupees for Claude Max, or probably I was wrong about the cost. You can even go cheaper. You can have a $20 Claude plan, or you can use open source models for free. You have zero cost. One big month when you made 5 lakhs, you've already replaced a job's income in India for like bare minimum amount of time. And what do you do then? You live off that money. You invest into newer outsourcing communication. And like I was on a call with a sort of financial advisor the other day. He's like, Aiden, like what's the problem? Like even if you make a big amount of money, you're already set apart from the majority of the masses. So you just run with that money. And eventually when you're doing good work, you get new clients, and then you can also stabilize that as your new income. So there's no need to panic. You just keep that belief that hey, I'm going to do something good, and keep doing your good work, keep learning, keep educating yourself, keep executing, keep putting your stuff out there, and that is what takes the doubt away from you.
So this is the last question, but the most asked question on your feed. That is, I have no technical background. Can I still become an AI operator?
Exactly the freaking question I need to answer is you definitely should become an AI operator, because as I said, the era of implementations is dying. You do not need to have technical expertise. The people who did coding are getting fired. Oracle fired 30,000 people. Block, Jack Dorsey's company, I think, they fired half of their employees, 4,000 people. But many companies putting people on severance with immense technical expertise. But they have no value now because AI does everything. All you need to know, the one thing you need to know is English. Learn how to speak, learn how to articulate your thoughts, and in English, and preferably, you could even do it in your language like Hindi or Marathi or whatever these AI tools can work with. I think Hindi would work with ChatGPT. But you need to learn the skill of articulation. How do you put your thought on paper in a very structured format, make prompts out of them, use the AI to make prompts, and just learn on the go. And just for this question, I made a document on Google Docs, and I can share that with you. Do one thing, go to my Instagram, Aiden_Gomes, as I said earlier, and DM me the word document, and I'll send you the exact step-by-step framework of how do you be an AI operator, and what's the difference, why implementations are dying, and how you can set yourself apart for the upcoming era. That's it. Going to Sea Princess now. It's a good hotel. They have some good coffee shops. Getting a bit hungry, gonna have some tea. and then go home and do some yoga. I can't eat because I'm on a fast before yoga session. So it's just 7 a.m., 7:30 ish. Go here and here it is, Hotel Sea Princess. I've always come here as a kid for like breakfast buffets, snacks, or actually lunch, dinner with family. Let's see. It says parking full. Let's see if that's valid. Up to breakfast buffet, but fast. So here we are at Sea Princess. Very good space. So a quick note about environment, right? Just I love to come to good places all the time and spend time here because it sets your mind beyond. So you be apart the modern. I mean, the freaking brokiness of these normal stalls on the road where you spend 20 rupees for a tea. Probably spend a bit more like 100, 200, 300 on tea, coffee. Once in a while, I'm not even saying daily. Just surround yourself with abundance, with the environment, because you are the outcome of the people you surround yourself with. So you might as well want to come to good places like this or anywhere where in your town you could just go to. And on that note, I'd also like to introduce you to the concept of community networks. I think the best part I've done is invest in community and network. I spent more than 5 to 6 lakhs on just community and network, of course, educational cohorts. And I mean, that was the point of college as well, right? My parents have spent a lot of money on college and shit for just like actually they wanted me to get educated, but I think the things you get from there is community and these people who you be with, which I didn't like at all because it was traditional, right? You still get a lot of shit people at college, but online communities on the other fact, I've got a lot of value from there. I got my first job from there. I got my first editing freelance gig from there. So communities are something that set you apart, and then you also have like the mentorship aspect to those. So I'm launching something of my own in terms of community. Like I'll send you everything. Just go on my Instagram, Aiden_Gomes, and probably DM me the Word document because there's an entire guide to how I do my stuff, and also I'll give you a nuance of community and what I'm offering. A very concise, curated community of AI operators that will be implementing stuff soon. So it's all in beta. I'm not going to speak publicly too much about it. So just DM me and I'll fetch you the details quietly. So we got a Maybach in the house, done with a nice 750 rupee tea, and now we're going to call our car. It's all about abundance, right? Positioning yourself in places where you can expand your mind, your pettiness. I think the main limiting factor in people is they don't believe enough in themselves. And it's not even about belief, it's more that they don't understand what is possible with this life. There's abundance everywhere, there's potential everywhere. You can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. We're done with the expensive teas and spending some time in a good ambiance. And now it's time to go home. It's 8 a.m. Spent a really nice morning. And it's time to go home and meditate and then get going for the day with some tasks. Need to get done with the client work of a rack project that I'm doing. Not been done for the last few days. But thanks for watching. If you want to learn more, go to my Instagram, Aiden_Gomes, and you can DM the word document because I think I have some good content ready for you and all the audience that follows me. If you want to start learning and living in this model, because right now the difference is that it's not the alternative, it's the need of the hour. Like if you don't do this, you're probably going to be stuck in the rut of getting unemployment or getting stuck or getting fired. You'll always be living in this constant loop of risk, and because the only risk now is not taking a risk and starting something of your own. And what is the risk even of starting something of your own, right? It's just an extra hour of a day. it's just maybe a few thousand rupees that you add, and a few hours a day. Like, and once you do that, you probably will not need a job, and even if you get fired, you'll have income coming in from different sources. So might as well just learn this model. Go to my YouTube free stuff. Go to my Substack. Go to my Instagram. Watch the reels, and just surround yourself. Right? It's all about the environment. It's all about how you know, be around this network, around this community. Follow people like Iman Gadzhi, Dan Ko. Like, these are the people I followed. Even I couldn't grasp these things right over time. You just freaking, spend time, change your mindset, because the world is just, at least in India, right, this model is just around how can we train people into jobs, how can we train people into these traditional systems that are eventually dying now because of technology. AI, that's the biggest shifter of the world, but that also means that you have a new opportunity. It's the need of the hour. It's not an optional thing. You have to do this now. So might as well just learn these things, get abundant, and stop getting scared. Just start implementing. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching till the end. You subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. Follow on Insta.